I like to say that a man is the closest thing to God. No matter what's going on, we have to rise consistently every day, and we have to provide consistently every day. We have to serve consistently every day.
He has to have a code. He has to have certain things he's going to say and do, and he means it. You know, when I was coming up, if a man said something, that was his word was bond.
For some guys, they're invisible to women. In order for them to stop complaining, they just really have to step up their game, meaning they have to step up their strategy. They have to become a more attractive guy. So the reason why so many guys are sexless is because they don't have any game.
Weak men need to be purged. And what I mean by that is that there was a time where only the strongest men had valuable things.
Anybody that's been out here in the last 10 years, it's easier to get sex than it is to make $100. Basically put yourself in a position and they throwing it to you. So I think, again, weak men have risen up and they have a voice and they spew their shit onto other weak men and they fall for it. And it's this whole victimhood thing.
I say, okay, put your arm out. They put their arm out. I say, grab your arm. You can grab your arm.
When I think of a man in my head, he takes responsibility with a purpose. And this responsibility gives him struggle, and through that struggle, he gets strength, and through that strength, he creates structure.
Smack your arm. You can smack your arm. Pinch your arm. Okay, you're real. Go fucking knock on Fear's door and grab his arm.
Whatever he wants out of life, whatever he desires out of life, whatever steps he wants to take to secure what he requires, I think he should be true to that first and foremost.
Say what you mean and mean what you say.
See, the emotional male will always use emotions to make excuses for the fact he ain't shit.
You gotta be ready to go the distance behind what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be willing to die about some shit.
Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the woman you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Top Soil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity, specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, we here. We are here. What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the motherfucking dating game. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to my lady, April MC, in the motherfucking building. Shout out to April MC. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Duke Alex, Captain Crater, AJ Lino, Jay Bird got game, June Sports, Linwood is in the building. What's going on? Frankie Shy's in the building. Soulmonger is in the building. King Henry, No Data is in the building. Dan Frank, Vince, Rodney, Chimp, Lee was good. Cardell is up in here. Shout out to who else we got up in here? Shout out to Scott Cheetos. Shout out to P Dub. What's going on? Shout out to Charisma Strategies, man. I'm telling you guys, today's show, man, this show right here, this shit right here, motherfucker, this shit is going to show you and going to teach you what having game actually is, goddamn it. We about to go in. And I feel like this is the type of show I should have did a long time ago. I feel like this is the type of show that should have happened ages ago. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, it's better late than never, man. It's better late than never. We got to make sure the book is standing up right, because we got to make sure you guys see the game how it's supposed to be. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, but today we're talking about, you know, running game versus having game, and what is the difference between running game and having game. All right. So a lot of times what happens is that you guys are out there trying to make shit happen, but you are coming across people that you might see on the internet and they think that they are teaching you game. But what it really is that they are teaching you how to run game, right? Instead of actually having game. So what's the difference between running game and having game, right? So basically what you got to understand is this, right? Is that running game is manipulation to try to get what you want, but you never actually really get what you want, right? I'm going to break that down. So it's manipulation to try to get what you want, but you're actually not really getting what you want, right? And having game is being honest about what you want and having a strategy to get that on your terms, right? Having game is being honest about what you want and having a strategy to get what you want on your terms. So running game is manipulation, right? In order to get what you want, but you really never get it. And having game is being honest and having a strategy to get what you want on your terms, right? So let me give you an example of running game, because, you know, I'm sure some of you guys seen some of the videos that I've done with the pickup artist guys. And what you got to understand is that pickup artists, what they do a lot of times is run game. You understand what I'm saying? And so what happens is that when you're running game, you're always starting off at a losing end, because what you're trying to do is that you're trying to, you know, make something happen, right? But it's not you actually making something happen based on yourself, and you're not making things happen that's on your own terms, and therefore you don't actually get what you want. So for example, let's say you have a guy, he sees a girl, he thinks she's hot, right? So him running game would be him trying to sort of figure out what he can do to get her, right? So you might be thinking, but look, that just sounds like, you know, having game. No, what happens is that he's trying to figure out a way to get her, even though that girl has shown that she may not necessarily be interested. She's giving resistance, right? She's showing that she's not really about it. So he thinks, oh, let me do this, and that to turn this around. Right? So at that point, when he's trying to do this, and that, he's running game, because he's trying to get the outcome that he actually wants. But what happens is that the outcome he wants is for the girl to be attracted to him and want him. But the girl doesn't want him because she's already shown resistance. So now that she's shown resistance, he has to run game. You see what I'm saying? He has to manipulate to try to get her to show some interest. But the reason why he has to try to get her to show some interest is because she hasn't shown any interest in the first place. Because if she was showing interest in the first place, then he wouldn't have to run game. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? And so a guy who has game, what he does is that he understands what he wants, and he only deals with women who are in alignment with that. Right? So what you got to understand is that guys who have no game, or AKA weak game, because having no game is the same as having weak game. Guys who have weak game, or also known as no game, right? They always run game because in order for them to try to get what they want, they have to run game. But this is the key. The key is that they never actually really get what they want, right? What does that mean? That means that hot girl that they're trying to get, that hot girl doesn't really want them. See, they want the girl to want them, but the girl doesn't really want them. The girl may like the attention he's giving her. The girl may like the fact that, he's being consistent with her by talking to her on the phone, taking her out, doing all this other stuff, right? But what happens is that even if the girl is giving him attention, he's still not getting what he wants, because what he wants is he wants a hot girl that's into him. But she's not into him. She's into the game he's running. You understand? She's into the fact that he took her out to dinner a few times. She's into the fact that he double, triple text her, and now she just sort of gave in and responded to him because she was bored and the guy she really wanted isn't available. She likes the fact that this guy is willing to, spend money on her, to take her out to extravagant situations and all this other stuff. So she's into that. So what happens is that once that woman becomes tired of that, or she actually finds a guy she really likes, she's out of there and she's not fucking with that guy, right? And she's not fucking with that guy because she's not really into him. And the only reason he even got her there in the first place is because he's running game. Now, what most people will say is, but Locario, who gives a fuck? Like, I got the girl there, I wanted to have sex with her, and eventually I had sex with her. So, it's all good, right? Now, what happens is that if you're a surface level motherfucker, then what you're going to do is you're going to do that thing because you don't actually have any love and respect for yourself, which is why you do it that way. Because what you're essentially saying is that I'll accept, right, less than what I really want because I don't see myself as valuable in the first place, which is why I'm accepting less than what I really want, right? So I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say you wanted a job because you wanted to make some money. And somebody comes up to you and says, hey, we'll hire you, but we're only going to pay you, $4 an hour, right? Now, what most of y'all would say is, fuck no, I'm not working for $4 an hour. Why? Because you believe that you're worth more than $4 an hour, right? So now what happens is that you're only going to take the job if they are paying you what you believe you're worth, which is you might say, no, I got to at least get $35, $40 an hour, something like that. I got to be some right? And so what happens is that they say, okay, cool, we'll pay you $40 an hour. So now you accept the job because the money that you're getting is in alignment with the value you think you bring to the situation, right? So when you have a guy who is willing to chase a woman who's giving him resistance and who is showing that she's not interested in him, what he's saying is her behavior is in alignment with how I see myself. So I see myself as a loser. So I'm going to accept the behavior that women give to losers, which is resistance and which is showing they're not really interested. And I'm going to keep going. See, if he actually loved himself, he would only deal with women who's in alignment with the value he sees in himself and based on how he loves himself. So meaning he would only deal with women who represent, right, that value he sees in himself, just like you only would take the job for $40 and not $4, right? So a lot of times when guys run game, what they're essentially saying is I'm willing to lower myself in order to get a specific outcome. You understand what I'm saying? That's what happens when you run game. You're saying, I'm willing to lower myself in order to get a specific outcome. But the funny part is that you never really get the outcome that you think you're getting. It's just like, for example, when a guy is tricking and directly paying for sex, right? He's paying for sex because he wants the sex. But if he could get the sex without paying, he would get it. But the reason why he's paying is because he can't get it without paying. So essentially what that means is that the sex he's getting isn't even the sex he wants. What the sex he wants is from a woman who desires him, but he can't find that, which is why he's basically paying for the sex. So therefore the sex that he's getting anyway isn't the sex he would have got if he wasn't paying for it. You understand what I'm saying? That's what happens when you run game. You're still not getting what you want. But let's go to 402. 402 was popping. Who this? 402.
It's Prodigy.
What's going on, fam? Did you donate?
Yeah, I sent 5 to Miles.
All right, that's what's up. Appreciate it. So what's going on, fam?
What's up, man? So I want to say a statement. I'm gonna ask you a question. So, Locario, in the last conversation we had, you know, I actually, like, you was actually right about the point you made as far as like you going to a professional in order for you to get your problem solved. You know, I actually agree with that. You know what I mean? I concede to that point. You feel me? Like, you made a lot of sense with that. So yeah, man.
Okay.
But another thing I want to say is this. So, like, are you still willing to debate? Because a lot of people are saying I'm scared. I was running away and stuff. I had people hitting me up saying this shit. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. You feel me? Like, if you say no, it's fine. But I'm just asking a question or whatever. So
you said, am I willing to debate on what? What are you talking about?
Well, yeah. Well, I should say teach. You know, you probably don't think I'm on your level or whatever. But are you willing to teach my audience on some of the things that I disagree with you with? Like, maybe you can enlighten us. You feel me? So if you want to do it, you know, we can make it happen. But if not, you know, it's all good, man.
Right. Well, the thing is, okay, so the thing is this, man, is that all you need to do is tell them to come here and talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I need to do. You know what I mean? Like, what would be the difference? Or if you want to talk, you call in just like you call in now. Like, what would be the difference?
Okay, that's cool, man. It's all good, bro.
So this is what I see. This is cool. The thing. This is the thing.
Go ahead, bro.
So this is what you got to understand, right? Is that so? What happens is this, right? Is that when it comes to having game, right? Part of it also too, and this is what I noticed too with you, and not only you, but there's another dude who calls in. I forgot his name. I think it's Jay or something. Where y'all do this a lot, meaning. And this is no knock to you, but I just want you to notice this because this is good. Right. This is a teachable moment about game. What happens is, and I've seen you do this on other people's platforms. What happens is that some people will say something to you, right? You would say, "Hey, I'm True Prodigy, and I believe this," and then somebody would say, "Well, no, True Prodigy, it's the other thing." They'll say the opposite of what you say, and then you quickly move from your point and agree with the other person or try to find the common ground between you and other person. And what I'm saying is that part of having game is to be able to stand on what you say, right? But also be able to take new information in, but only change your thought process if it actually makes sense to you specifically. But this is why you have to be grounded on what you say and what you stand on. Well, you see what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it's okay. Okay, Locario. It's just like when I just conceded, you know, you saying what you said, because I actually agree with that. Like, if you are a professional or something, if you've been doing it 20, 30 years, then you should go to that person specifically because they can give you a more desired outcome. So, I mean, I agree with that. You know, like, once you think about it, or, you know, if I'm able to come up with logic on the fly of why that person's saying what they're saying, it's just with me, I always think about the exception. I always think about the exception to the rule when I hear people saying the shit that they say. I always take that into account, you know, the anomaly or whatever. But if that don't align with the thing that is generally true, I would say if it's generally true, I would say, no, this is what it is. But I do agree that this small 20% minute amount of people or whatever, or this small situation might occur. But just because it occurs, it's not really like the main thing. So it's that too. And honestly, I really want to debate not you per se, really, because I think we agree more than we disagree. It's just it's certain things you say I don't agree with. And I mean, it is what it is. As a grown man, you a grown man. Like, we're not gonna agree on everything, but I mean, it's just like some of the people you cool. I'm pretty sure y'all don't agree. I'm pretty sure y'all don't agree on everything, right?
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah,
But that's what. But this is right, and this is all I'm saying. All I'm saying is this: is that yeah, there's always going to be something you learn that you say, "Oh, I never thought about it that way," and therefore, therefore, I have a different understanding or a new understanding of it, and then you sort of have you sort of change your perspective on it. You understand what I'm saying? That happens. That's everybody. Like, that should be happening. That's how you grow, because that happens to me every day. Exactly. There's a lot of shit that I learn that I was like, oh shit, I thought it was this, but I'm seeing more patterns that it's probably going in this direction. And so what happens is that I start to realize that, or it becomes apparent to me. But what I'm saying for you is, and this is what I was talking about from the original point of people who actually are professionals versus people who are giving opinions. What happens is that when you give your opinion on something, it's because you don't really necessarily know the ins and out of it. And that's fine, right? But what I'm saying is that the fact that that's the case, you can't debate somebody if you don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? So meaning I can't debate a motherfucker on fitness. It's not going to happen, because there's so many things that I don't know, and there's other things I have opinions on, that my opinion about it is this because I'm not sure. You see what I'm saying? Oh, and so what I'm saying is that...
Okay, Locario, let me say this right quick. Hold on. Let me say this right quick. Hold on. So here's the thing. Let's just say it's two individuals.
Mm-hmm.
You got a guy that's been doing bodybuilding for 10 years, and you got a guy that's been doing bodybuilding for 15 to 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those guys have a lot of experience doing bodybuilding, but you would probably go to the guy that's been doing it 20 years because he have more experience, right? But they both are in like real good shape, but the dude that's been doing it for 20 years, he might be skilled in other aspects of fitness. Like, he might be good at powerlifting. He might be good at CrossFit. He might be good at, let me see, I already said bodybuilding, right? So I'm saying he might be good at two things. So the guy that's been...
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit.
That's been doing it for 20 years, he just like...
Hold on, True Prodigy, you was breaking up a little bit, but go ahead.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, those two guys, it's just that the second guy just might have experience longer, but both of the guys have a lot of experience because of things that they have learned over a period of time, But, like, I don't necessarily want to say I don't know certain things, because I definitely know. That's why I'm so steadfast in what I say, and that's why I'm so willing to debate individuals on the internet, just to see if what I'm saying actually holds weight, just see if what I'm saying is actually like objective.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. This is the key, though. This is the part that you're not seeing, right? Because you're saying, well, one person was doing it for 20 years, one person was doing it for 10 years, right? The person who was doing it for 10 years could be better than the person who's doing it for 20 years, because the person who's doing it for 20 years probably don't know what the fuck they talking about. So it's not about how long you've been doing something. It's about, do you know what you're talking about? Are you sure about what you're talking about? And how does that apply to you being able to actually help others with this information? So what I'm saying is that if you're talking about what you're talking about, right? What I'm saying is, how many people, right, have paid you to do what you do? How long have you been doing it? You understand what I'm saying? How many products have you sold? You see what I'm saying? All those things.
I 1,000,000% agree with that right there. Like what you're saying right now,
right.
I agree with that, because it's one thing to play the sport, but it's another thing to coach the sport. You would rather go to the guy that's been coaching for 20 years. I 1,000,000% agree with that. I concede on that point, So that's why I said in my comment, if you've seen it, that, from this point moving forward, I'm going to give you credit on that. You feel me? Like, I'm not...
Right, and this is the thing.
I'm just real extreme. I'm just extreme as far as aligning with what the truth actually, or what is more objective, I should say. So
right,
yeah,
but this is the thing. It's anybody can talk about whatever they want on the internet. It's a free internet. The thing though is that people have to remember and just keep in mind that. Because remember, you got to understand, there's different types of people who are on here. There are people who are on here for entertainment. There's people who are on here to learn. There's people who are on here that's just like, do reaction videos just to make money and so forth and so on, right? So what happens is that if like, if let me ask you this question: are you interested in becoming a coach at any point?
No.
Okay, cool. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying is that because you don't have that interest, right? Your actions aren't going to be in alignment with that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Right.
I agree with that.
So
Because
that means,
if I'm not following up with none of the guys or anything like that, their head is going to be on a swivel.
Right.
So like I said, I actually agree with that. But I do like helping men. You feel me? So that's like my main
right, and that's
focus.
cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Ahead. And there's nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying is that if you say, hey, I want to debate, right? Then what happens is that you're basically trying to put yourself in the same category as the person who's really doing the thing. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is that, you know, it's a different level. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. Because what I'm saying is that if you're trying to get it at the same level, right, then that's actually disrespectful to the person who's at the level where they're at because they're taking it differently than you're taking it. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, you've been coaching for 20 years.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
So and I've never really, I've coached here and there, but not really to the same extent. You might have a real strenuous, like, work week as far as coaching guys. You might do it 10, 12 hours a day, and I don't do it at all. So you take it very seriously.
Right.
You feel me? So, I mean, yeah, I actually agree with you on that, you know, but, I mean, yeah, man, you got it.
Yeah. So just keep this, what I'm saying. Keep doing it how you do it. Just understand that it's just a different thing. That's all I really want people to understand. Like, when I talk about this stuff, it's just to understand that it's a different thing. That's even part of the reason why you see me on these quote unquote debates, even though they're not debates. But this is why partly you see me on these videos with the pickup artists. Part of the reason why I do those videos with the pickup artists is to show people I'm not a pickup artist. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that the person who's intelligent will understand that and see the difference. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. So it's always the method to the madness. But what I'm saying is that you have to understand why you're doing what you're doing, and is what you're doing purposeful? Like, meaning, like, what will be the purpose? So that's why you got to think about. So that's why. So when you ask me that, I'm like, okay, what will be the purpose of us having a debate when you're not doing the same thing I'm doing? It doesn't make any sense. Do you see what I'm saying?
If I'm not a dating coach, you wouldn't.
Right.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Yeah. You feel me? All right, man. I appreciate your call, family. I appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. All right, man. Peace. All right. So, guys, calling number is 646-481-3901. Hold on. We got 347.
Hello?
Yes, sir. 347. What's popping? Who this?
Yeah, this is Gilberto Trinidad. I donated on Venmo, $6.
All right, that's what's up. Appreciate it. So what's going on?
Yeah, I have a question. I'm going to the club tomorrow, but the club is 1 hour from my house. So I want to go get, want to meet a lady and bring her to my house. It doesn't matter if it's 1 hour from my house.
Okay, so why are you going to 1 hour from your house?
Because where I live at is not many bars.
Okay.
The place where I go into. So
okay.
That's why.
So what are you going to say to the woman to get her back to your house?
No, just because I saw that there's chairs in there, so I'm going to tell her, hello, my name is Gilberto Trinidad, what's your name? And then I'm going to tell her, hey, let's sit down and have a conversation. And then we're going to sit and, talk to her a little bit and flirt. And then I'll tell her, you don't have nothing else to do tonight, right? And if you say no, then,
okay,
I schedule it for a day that I'm free. And if you say she has nothing to do, then I'll tell her, let's go to my house.
Okay.
And if you say yes, we are.
And are you driving there?
No, it's I take the public transportation.
Wait, so you're going to take public transportation back to your house with the chick?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. So what are you going to do while y'all taking the public transportation?
No, I just sit with her in the chair and, to her, like, to her there, like, to her, hey, like in the bed, like, how dirty are you in the bed? You like to how she was
So wait, you taking a
know
bus?
what I mean?
You taking a bus or the train?
I take him a train.
So you're gonna be on the train with her talking all that shit.
Yeah, taking all of that good stuff, right?
So this okay. Why won't you take a car back home?
I think I would say what the best will be the best is the question if it doesn't matter if it's 1 hour from.
Go ahead, say that again.
I just want to know if it matters if it's 1 hour from
no, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's gonna be an issue because that's an hour long of amount of time that you, right, are gonna have to keep the momentum going. And I'm not sure if you're able to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So meaning that you might say something or do something that's going to make her change her mind. She's going to be like, oh, it's getting late. I should just go home. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I think that might be an issue. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I what instead, almost if there's any hotel near, and just go to a hotel instead because it's going to be a long time.
I mean, that might be a better option for you at this point is to find a spot there or near there and you can, make it happen. But a whole hour and on the train, bruh, that's a little too much. You feel what I'm saying? It's a little too much.
All right. That's the question. Thank you so much.
All right, brother. All right. Peace. All right. My man Gilberto is trying to take chicks on the public transportation and spit that shit in their ear. An hour? That's crazy. Y'all motherfuckers is wild out here. Y'all should be like 5 minutes from your crib. You know what I'm saying? 5 minutes, right? So now, real quick, and guys, if you want to call up, caller number is 646-481-3901. 646-481-3901 is the number. So I want to break down this running game versus having game so you guys can really get it clear in your heads because I really want you guys to understand this. Now, I'm going to show you the difference between running game versus having game based on what women do, right? Because what most women do is run game because they don't have game. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get through this real quick and then I'll answer the calls when you guys call up. So what most women do is they run game because they don't have game. So what's an example of a woman running game? That's when you're talking to a woman and let's say you're trying to hook up with her or whatever it is like that, right? And the girl will tell you, hey, I'm not the type of girl, we should like get to know each other more. Let's talk, let's go out. I'm a lady, you should court me, so forth and so on, right? Now, the reason why she's saying that, right, is because she wants to get more non-sexual time and attention from you, right? So for a lot of women, it's hard for them to get non-sexual time and attention from men. So what she does is that she acts like, oh, I'm not that type of girl or whatever. And it's easy for her to do this because she's not that sexually attracted to you. But she'll say all these things to get you to say, okay, cool, let's go out, let's hang out, let's talk, let's do all of this. So when you're going out with her, talking more, doing all this other stuff, what does that mean? That means that she's getting some non-sexual attention from you. But the non-sexual attention she's getting from you is because you're trying to fuck. So you'll talk to her on the phone, you'll take her out more, you'll spend more money. Why? Because you're trying to fuck. But at the same time, she's still getting the non-sexual attention she craves. But check this out. She's not actually getting real non-sexual attention. She's getting fake non-sexual attention. The real non-sexual attention she wants is from a man who actually cares and gives a fuck about her. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what happens is that because she wants non-sexual attention so bad, she will take the fake non-sexual attention from you, which is the attention you're giving her just because you want to smash, right? But she's getting this because she's running game on you. Now, if she had game, what she can do is she can actually find a guy she's sexually attracted to, a guy she really wants to be with, and be likable enough in order for that guy to want to give her not only sexual attention, but non-sexual attention. But because most women don't have game, what they do is they run game on guys to try to extract non-sexual attention, even though it's surface level and fake. So this is the same thing that you guys do when you try to holler at that hot girl that don't really want you. You promise her gifts, attention, time, energy. She doesn't really want you, right? But what happens is that you're doing this stuff, you're running this game because you want her bad enough so you're willing to do whatever you can, even if it's manipulative and it's fake, to try to get something from the girl. But when you have game, what you're able to do is that you're able to get you a hot girl who's on your program and who follows your lead. You understand what I'm saying? It's really that simple. But let's go back to these calls real quick, and then let's go to 862. Let's go to 862. 862. What's popping? Who this? 862.
Oh, I wanna debate you with a donation, but like, is you with it? Cause I heard you talking to Prodigy, so but you don't got Cash App. So can I donate to Miles and have April confirm it with him, and I call back and debate you, Shine?
No, we ain't debating already, Rock. There's no debate. Huh? You got a question though?
No. I heard you talking to what's your name, Prodigy, and you want to debate you. So I'm ready to send Miles in the game a donation. You can confirm it. April
Ready, Rock? You can't debate. You can't debate. Because listen, you're always calling in with a free call, correct?
Not now.
But generally you are, aren't you?
Oh yeah, true that.
So that means you're trying to get from the game without giving to the game, right?
No, Sean. I really want the smoke, Sean. I really want the smoke, Sean. That's
okay. This is what I'll do. Perfect. This is what I'll do. Donate $150. And I'll give you.
Why you being
no. I'm saying if you really want the smoke, then let's do this. Donate $150, and then we can get it cracking. You feel what I'm saying?
You got it, Sean.
You get it cracking. I give you 10 minutes. I give you 10 minutes for $150.
I'm not doing that, Sean. I'm not about to see no 150, Sean.
All right. Well, hey, bro. Listen, if you want to debate that bad,
you didn't ask me.
You didn't
ask Prodigy for that.
Because Prodigy wasn't really coming to debate; he was coming to learn. You feel what I'm saying? So if you want to debate, you gotta send that 150. You know what I'm saying?
True that. All right, respect. Respect. Y'all got that respect.
All right, peace. You see, this is what I'm talking about. But anyway, and I think 646 was trying to call up. 646, call back. So we get that cracking. You feel what I'm saying? But this is the thing, guys. You got to understand the difference between running game and having game. Running game is when you're trying to do manipulative shit to try to get a certain goal. Having game is you understanding who you are, what you want, and getting that on your terms, right? So let me give you a simple example of a guy running game versus a guy having game, right? So this would be a guy running game. A guy running game, he rolls up on a girl named Jessica. He's like, yo, Jessica is hot. I want that hot girl, Jessica. Right? So he talks to Jessica. Jessica's giving him resistance. She's giving him a shit test. You know, she's making it real difficult for him. So now he figures, oh, well, let me pass her shit test and continue to talk to her and continue to go back and forth with her. Right? And so she's giving him more resistance, but she's talking to him because he's giving her attention. And they go back and forth for like a half an hour, 45 minutes. Right? So now what happens is that this guy, what he does is that he wears her down and she finally gives in and gives the guy the number, right? So then the guy calls her the next day. She leaves it on red. He double texts her or whatever, and then she's not responding. And then he hits her up one more time and she finally responds to his text and communicates with him. Then he tries to set up a date and then she says, yeah, we can do Friday, whatever. Friday comes, she flakes. And then he tries again and then she basically ignores the rest of his calls or texts, right? So now that guy who was running game, he did all of that stupid shit to get nowhere. Right now, that same guy, he says, forget Jessica. Oh, I see another girl, Tiffany. She's hot too. I want a hot girl. So he does the same thing with Tiffany. Tiffany's giving him resistance, giving him the shit test. He continues to try to pass her shit test, past the obstacles, right? And then what happens is that he goes back and forth with Tiffany. You know, he wears her down. She finally gives him the number. He texts her. She ignores it. He double texts her. She ignores it. Right. And then he triple texts her and then she, responds. Right. He says, hey, let's go out for a date, whatever. They go out for a date. Right. They start making out and shit. And then he wants to fuck. But Tiffany's like, no, we're not fucking. I don't know you like that. I got to get to know you. So he takes her out on 2 or 3 more dates. And then finally he gets to fuck Tiffany. So he went through all of that shit. In both situations between Tiffany and Jessica, he was both running game. Now, let's use the same scenario with a guy who has game, right? So the guy who has game, he sees Jessica, right? He speaks to Jessica. Jessica gives him resistance. The guy who has game tells Jessica, you have a nice day. Right? Now, the guy who has game also he's attracted to hot women. So now he goes to Tiffany. He says, what's up to Tiffany? Tiffany is being cooperative with him. She's being very responsive. She's cooperating on a consistent basis. He gets the information. They exchange information. He sets up a date. She responds to the text the first time. They set up a date. They're on the date. She is showing extreme high interest. They're kissing and touching, and then he ends up having sex with that woman. Now, notice the difference between the guy who's running game and the guy who has game. See, the guy who's running game is always chasing, right? The guy who has game, what he does is that he finds the women who are in alignment with him. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference between a motherfucker who has game and who doesn't. That's the difference between a motherfucker who's running game and who has game. Whenever you're running game, what you're essentially doing is that you're starting from a losing position. Because what you're doing is you're trying to find ways to chase that woman because you have scarcity. See, the guy who has game has an abundance mindset. So he's not worried about any one particular woman. See, both guys want an attractive woman, but one guy is willing to chase while the other isn't. One guy is willing to disrespect himself by running around in circles while the other guy isn't. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. And see, a lot of guys think having game is running behind a bitch and trying to, either trick her, manipulate her into getting with them, right? I hear this all the time, but the guys are like, but Locario, you're not even talking about game because you got to pass your shit test, bro. You got to pass her obstacles. So a lot of guys think going through that type of shit means they have game. That actually means you have no game, right? Like I heard dudes talking about how they would fucking what he said, I think I was watching Play with Fire's joint, Alex and them, and they was talking about, they would send a chick, I guess, that flaked on them or some shit like this. I might be getting the exact thing wrong, but basically it was something like they were talking about how they would send a chick that flaked on them a picture or a video of them with other girls so that girl will kind of, I guess, feel jealous or feel like she's missing out on something. Right? That's them running game because they're making it about the woman and they're doing all this extra shit to try to entice the girl who doesn't want to see them in the first place. And then even if she does see them after the fact, she's only seeing them because she's trying to chase validation and she's not really interested in them. Right? I've heard guys say, well, Locario, isn't game about trying to get girls who don't like you to like you? Fuck no. Hell the fuck no. First of all, I keep telling you guys this. You cannot make a girl who does not like you like you. I'm saying it again. You cannot make a woman who does not like you like you. If she has no interest, she has no interest. You cannot change a woman who has no interest in you to a woman who has interest in you. The only way a woman who doesn't have interest in you will end up having interest in you is that you would have to change into a whole new nigga. Or she would have to change into a whole new bitch. That's the only way. So meaning that if you meet a woman, and let's say, for example, you're a goofy motherfucker, you're out of shape, you don't know how to dress, and that's why she's not attracted to you. What happens is that over time, your behavior changes, your look changes, your whole demeanor changes. So let's say she sees you a year or two later and she runs into you, she might like you now because you're a whole different motherfucker. But what I'm saying is that you approaching a girl, talking to her at a bar, and she has no interest in you, there's nothing you're going to be able to do to get her to be interested in you if she has no interest. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of guys, what they do is they deal with women who have medium interest, and then they fucking wear that chick down. That's how it works. And then they say, but Locario, I did turn this girl who had no interest in me to have. No. She had interest in you. She just had medium interest in you. Right? And you basically wore her down and she kind of was like, all right, cool. I'll go out with you and I'll date you. You understand what I'm saying? See, you cannot turn someone who has no interest into somebody who has interest in you. That's like a gay pickup artist saying, man, I could get these boys, these straight guys to deal with me because my game is so tight. I can get these guys who have no interest in me to have interest in me because I'm a gay pickup artist and my game is so tight.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
Yes.
This is crazy. Crazy. But this is how these guys sound. But see, the reason why they sound that way is because guys who run game want you to think that having game is running game. You understand? So they'll be like, yo, I have this pickup skill. And because I have this pickup skill, I'm able to turn this girl who doesn't like me into a girl who likes me. No, that's you running game. You don't have game. You're trying to run game. Because when you have game, right, what you're essentially doing is that because you understand how valuable you are, all you're doing is you're finding through the abundance who resonates with that. See, let me get a little deep. Let me get a little deep for y'all motherfuckers, right? What you have to understand is that everything is connected. Everything in the world is connected. It's all one. So what happens is when you run game, you are doing this out of a sense of scarcity, which is why you're trying to turn something that isn't in alignment to something that is, but it never works that way. Because if you're in a situation where you're running game on this chick and you think you got her because your skills or whatever it is like that, she may only be fucking with you because you have money or status or some other thing she's using you for. And you think that your skills or whatever worked on her, but she's only using you for those things, right? But when you have game, what you're doing is that you are able to find the women who are in alignment with your program. You understand? But see, guys who are losers and guys who are nerds, right? The way they think is it's been very difficult for me to get women. So in order for me to get women, I have to go through a difficult, rigorous process to get them because I have to overcome this big thing, this complex creature that is the woman in order to get her. You understand? And that's when dudes start running game. They become just like the chick who doesn't have game, who's trying to manipulate and use things to get some pseudo type of situation or circumstance happening, but it's not the real thing. You understand? Just like when a girl tells you, hey, let's get to know each other, even though you want to fuck, and you continue to deal with her to try to get to know her because you're chasing a pussy. You don't really like spending hours on the phone with her. You don't really like going on 3 or 4 dates, but you're doing that just to get the pussy. So the girl doesn't really like you. She's just doing that to get your money. She doesn't really like you. She's doing that to get the attention. But see, the thing is that you need to love yourself in order to actually have game. See, you can't have game if you don't love yourself. It's impossible. I'm gonna say it again. You cannot have game if you do not love yourself. And your behaviors are going to show you whether or not you love yourself. You understand? So if a girl is giving me resistance, which means she's resisting, right, who I am, and I continue to deal with her, what I'm doing is I'm disrespecting myself. Because what she's saying is I am not interested in what you're offering. I'm not interested in who I think you are. So me continuing to talk to a woman who is not interested in me is basically saying that I'm disregarding the value I have to try to get validation from her. You understand? See, this is the thing. When you love yourself, you are not dealing with women to try to get them to love you or like you, right? When you don't love yourself, you are dealing with women to try to get them to like you or love you. See, because what happens is because you don't love yourself, You're trying to get the woman to validate you so that you can think or feel that you're lovable. But if you love yourself already, you understand that you're lovable with or without the woman. This is why we say the game is not about women. You understand? You love yourself with or without the woman. You focus on you. And when a woman is in alignment with you, she is a reflection of you. So when you're dealing with that woman, you're dealing with yourself, which is why we say the game isn't about women, it's about you. Because when she's in alignment with you, she's a reflection of you, she is you. You understand? This is how deep we got to get with this. Because a lot of motherfuckers are very surface level with this shit. That's why they're always trying to chase pussy. They're like, oh, well, she's hot, bro. And like dudes will say, well, you know, she's a 9, whether or not she cooperates with me. Really? Because I heard guys will say, but Locario, you say that the girl isn't a 9 if she's not cooperating or she's not on your program, but isn't she still a 9 regardless because she looks that way? Okay, let me ask you a question. If you saw a girl who you thought was a 9 or a 10 across the room, right? And then you go up to her and you say, what's up, how you doing? You want to talk to her. And then when she opens her mouth, she got a deep ass fucking voice. And then you can see the Adam's apple. Is she now still that 9? Or has things changed based on the interaction or the experience that you just had with that woman? Oh, but Locario, that's not the same because at first I thought it was this and now, oh, really? But I thought she was a 9 regardless. She still looks the same, right? It's the same woman, right? So why all of a sudden she not a 9 now? But when I say, oh, this bitch ain't cooperating, she ain't a fucking 9. Oh, but Locario, she's still a 9 regardless. Really? Really? This is what I'm saying. When you think surface level, you don't have game. You understand what I'm saying? Because see, the game is infinite. The game is you have to really understand yourself, and you're constantly learning about yourself. And you're learning how to create situations that serve you. You're learning how to get what you want based on you. You understand? See, a lot of these guys who run game, they're not teaching you how to get things based on you. They're teaching you tricks and gimmicks and goofy shit to try to trick women into seeing you as attractive. Because they're going based on how the woman is thinking. You understand what I'm saying? You said, I know the high sexual interest is an epiphany original to you, Ms. Locario, but why does it consistently go over so many men's heads? No, it's not. Well, this high sexual interest has always been there. It's always been the thing. The problem is that most guys have normalized or think it's normal for a woman to resist them. You understand? A lot of guys think, oh, a woman who's hot, she's not just gonna be cooperative. Bullshit. Listen, when I approach a hot chick, right, it goes one of two ways. Either she cooperates or she don't. That's it. She cooperates or she don't. The way that these guys talk when they're running game, they act as if you can't meet a beautiful woman who's going to cooperate with you. And again, that's scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset. There's a bazillion fucking women out there. If there's so many women out there and so many hot women out there, why the fuck would I be sitting there doing all this goofy shit for this one chick when I could just find the chick that's in alignment with me? You understand? But see, in order to believe that or think that or see that, you have to value yourself first. You got to value yourself first. But again, when you don't value yourself, you put the value in the woman, and you're trying to figure her out to get her. Whereas when you have game, what you're doing is you're figuring yourself out. And then the woman, when she sees that value, has to learn how to get you. You understand? Because since you love yourself so much, this woman just can't get me this easily, right? The start would be cooperation, and she cooperates because she recognizes a man. So she already has to be in the mode to recognize you're that guy to be able to even start to think she can get you. You guys don't understand this? See, these dudes, what they do is that they're chasing after the woman. Figure, well, Locario, you know, hot girls, they require, as soon as a nigga talk about what a chick requires, I already shut my ears off. Already shut my ears off. You understand? Because what happens is that it's not about what she requires. It's about your program. And if she's not in alignment with your program, fuck what she requires. You understand what I'm saying? Because what's going to happen is that the only requirement she should have is you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only requirement. You give her the opportunity by approaching her and talking to her, and she says, thank fucking God, a man has just shown up. This is what I require. A man. See, all these other males out here, they gotta take me out to dinner. They gotta talk to me on a phone for 2 hours. They gotta do all of this shit. I require that from the males because I don't respect the males. I don't like the males. I'm not sexually attracted to the males. That's what they're saying. So you gotta come up off something. But once a woman deals with a man, she's like, oh shit, what do I need to do to keep him around? What do I need to do to be on my best behavior so he'll like me? Oh my God, when is he gonna call me back? Am I gonna see him again? Oh my God, I can't stop thinking about him. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that happens when you have game. Because what a woman does, what happens is the woman meets you, she experiences you, and she's like, shit, this is what I want. Why? Because she's in alignment with what you got and what you're about. And she wants to be a part of that. That upgrades and uplifts her. See, when you're running game, a woman is just taking from you. You understand? Think about this. When you're running game, the chick is just taking from you, but she's not giving to you. Follow what I'm saying here? She's taking from you, right? I'll take the dinners. I'll take the phone calls. I'll take the Uber rides. I'll take all this shit from you. But she's not giving you shit. You think pussy, if you even get that, is her giving you something. When you have game, you give the woman an opportunity, right, to get from you. But in order for her to get from you, she has to give to you. You understand? Remember, when niggas is running game, the woman is just taking. So she's getting all these things. The guy is getting nothing in return. When you have game, the woman sees all this value in you, right? That's not surface level. And she wants that value. But in order to get access to that value, she has to give something to you. And the giving to you is the cooperation on a consistent basis. You understand? Because see, when a guy is running game and like, oh, let me take you out to dinner. Let me give you money. Let me talk to you on the phone. That's nothing because any motherfucker can do that. That's nothing. That does nothing for the woman. When you have game, the woman can get something from you that she can't get from anywhere else. Right? She gets an understanding of herself that she can't get anywhere else. You understand? Let me see. I think this is monogamous player. Hold on. Yo, what's going on, fam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, Locario? I donated to Miles just now.
All right, that's what's up.
It's for your live, so.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's going on, fam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just joined the slow late, but I just love the title of what you're saying, like running game versus having game, right? And I just want to drop this gem of this me experiencing just the growth of game, because even what you said, Mr. Locario, just in life, like, you know, knowledge is infinite. You know what I'm saying? And then even when you think you learned everything, it's still so much that's unknown that still needs to be learned. You know what I'm saying? By you potentially. You know what I'm saying? Or anyone. So knowledge is infinite. So I love the fact that you said, see, I feel like running game is only utilizing the level of where you at now. And it's gonna be at a point where you got to grow. You see what I'm saying? So like, for example, like if there's a star basketball player on the NBA team, right? And yeah, he's good, you know, skill wise, but you know, during the off season, he don't work on his game. So at some point, he's going to be just like everybody else.
Right.
He's not going to stand out, because having game is being like Kobe, knowing that I got to work on this each and every day. You see what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. But I just want to get to this one thing, right? See, there's gonna, and I'm really talking to the young niggas that's listening, right, or just any guy that's experiencing talking to women, right? There's going to be a point to where you want to know that you're on point as a guy, meaning that you don't bring drama, you only bring good vibes, right? You know what I'm saying? You that nigga, and then you just a good nigga with vibes. So it's no bullshit you bringing, right? There have been some times, Locario, where I've gave hot chicks or girls that I was really interested, you know, chances, right? Because they're only used to guys running game and being on that bullshit.
Right.
They're on that bullshit. So it's going to be some times where you didn't set the plan for the woman. You didn't set X, Y, and Z up for the woman, whether that's setting a date or whatever the case may be. Everything is set. All she got to do is just simply cooperate and choose to have a good time.
Right.
And she's still bullshit. So that just showed me in life, in certain situations, you know what? Because I know it's not me bringing the bullshit to the situation, I got to let you go.
Right.
Because I set everything up for you just to follow.
Exactly.
And for you to have a good time. And you still choosing to be on, oh, you just like every other guy, or niggas are this and that, and all niggas this. And it's like, no, you're just not on the level that I need a woman to be on. So you're just not a part of the tribe. Let me go to the next chick and see if she's a part of the tribe.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's why I just want to say, it's going to be times where you're going to have so much game to where you're going to realize she ain't ready for me, bro.
Exactly. And that's another part of the thing that people don't understand is that, see, a lot of these dudes, they're begging chicks to fuck with them just because of their ego. They want to be seen with a hot woman, all this other stuff, right? And certain women, you're supposed to let go. Like, you're supposed to, no matter how hot she is, you're supposed to not be fucking with her because she's not in alignment with your program. And this is where a lot of guys have drama and issues and a bunch of nonsense that go down with women, because a lot of see, you got to understand something. A lot of times the reason why you have drama with women is because you're not her first choice. You understand? And she's upset at the fact that she has to deal with you. You understand? She feels like she wants better, but she's like settling for you. And that's where a lot of the drama comes in, because every time she looks at you, it's a reminder that she wasn't able to get what she really wanted. That's why she's giving you that resistance or that energy, because she's like, fuck, I got to deal with this guy. He's, you know, I'm not really feeling him, but, you know, he's here. I don't want to be lonely. But the guy I really want isn't returning my calls, or this happened and that happened. And that's why you get a lot of drama with these women and a lot of bullshit, because they don't really like you. So a lot of guys, they're walking around with hot women who don't respect them. It's crazy.
Right. And then I'm going to be honest, Mr. Locario, this is the last thing I want to say. It's going to get a time in the game where, like, guys are going to grow to the point to where, like, how a woman treats you and her vibe and her cooperation means way more than looks or sex or just something.
Oh yeah, well that's always been the case with niggas that got game. Trust and believe. A lot of these dudes, right?
Niggas that got game, right? Always, as you say, always. But it's just some guys, they got to get out of that.
Yeah, they got to catch up, right?
And then that's where your tribe is going to come. When you realize that, that's where the tribe, that's where the women are for you is going to come, because that's really the only women you're going to see.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But thank you so much, Mr. Locario, and thank you so much for these topics. Cigars to you, man. Salute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate the call, fam. All right. So I think we got 301. 301. What's popping? Who this?
What's going on? This is Daquan from Largo. I'm the trick caller again.
What's
I
up?
donated $10 I donated 10 to Miles. I don't think you're.
Oh yeah, my cash app ain't working, but all right. So you say you donated to Miles?
Yeah, I donated 10.
All right, appreciate it.
Yay!
So what's going on with you, man?
Okay, so you're saying that, having game is different than, running game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you have game and you're trying to, let's say, and your program is just to have, casual, sex without paying,
Mm-hmm.
Is your success rate, is it dependent on a numbers game or is it a skills thing?
No, it's both. It's both. So what I'm saying is that if you have game, you have the skill, meaning you have the know-how to create the strategy that's going to get you the result you want. But it's always going to be a numbers game because you still need to find the women who want you like you want them. You see what I'm saying? So it's always going to be that regardless. So basically what happens is most guys are trying to avoid the numbers game, which you can't. You understand what I'm saying? It's impossible, right? But
can't you reduce the numbers?
How?
With certain strategies. So like, let's say if you're a trick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And,
But this is the question. Why are you paying instead of getting it for free?
Right. But that's the thing. So like, so here's an example. Let's say,
No. I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question. Why are you paying instead of getting it for free? Like, what's the answer to that?
Okay, so because you're narrowing down the women who are offering that service.
Right. So what I'm saying is this, no, but this is what I'm saying. So you're paying for the sex because you want the sex, correct?
Correct. Uh-huh.
Right. So what I'm saying is, why can't you get the sex you want for free?
Because that is going to take you. I'm going to have to go through more women to find the ones that are going to be down with that.
And what makes you think that?
As opposed to just narrowing. Okay, so because here's the thing: most women ain't trying to smash most dudes, right?
What makes you think that?
Female psychology. We have a growing incel crisis.
Right, but the thing is, okay, let me ask you a question. So, do you think that women in mass are having like one night stands or fucking guys they just met and all that other stuff? You do think that happens on a consistent basis?
In mass, no.
Right, and see, and that's the thing. That's why, and that's the thing, and you don't understand that because you're tricking. You understand? Okay, check this out. So, if you're fucking a girl who desires your dick, right? And let's say she's hitting you up because she wants more sex. She wants more of your dick, right? And she's begging to see you because she wants more of your dick. Right now, that happens, but then it also happens with another girl. And then it happens with another girl. So now what's going to happen is that, these chicks want dick really bad, right? So what happens is that the perspective is that a lot of these women actually want to fuck. The opposite is your perspective is they don't, which is why you're paying. So that's what I'm saying. It makes sense.
But that's for most men, though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It makes sense from your perspective, right? Because that's what you're doing. So it makes sense. Since you're tricking, then that has to be his perspective. But you're saying most men have to trick?
Well, yeah. If they want to get like, casual sex, like consistently, that, because it's almost like the barbershop analogy. Like if you want to get your hair cut, are you going to like have game and try to run game, try to find somebody to cut your hair for free? Or are you just going to find barbers who offer that service and just pay the price?
Right. But what I'm saying,
it's the same concept.
Right. But what I'm saying is that within these situations, if you're getting your hair cut, right, and the guy cuts your hair really good, you're going to go back to him, right?
Yeah, correct.
Right. So the barber doesn't pay you to cut his hair, does he?
No.
Right. So so I'm saying, like, he's not paying you so he can cut your hair. You understand? You're paying him because you want your hair cut. Right?
Correct. Yes.
Right. So what I'm saying is that if you're paying the woman, right, you're paying the woman for the service, The woman's not paying you.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
So what I'm saying is that the one who's paying, right, is the one in the lower position. Does that make sense? So what I'm saying is, why aren't women paying you instead of you paying them?
Well, there's three main reasons. One is because most women don't find most men sexually attractive like that to have casual sex with. There's no market for it.
But this is what I'm saying. Why do you think that is? Why do you think most women don't find most men attractive like that?
Oh, okay, so this is more evolutionarily. So because like women, because they risk pregnancy with sex, they have evolved in a way so that they need to demand more, or they need to be more selective about who. So why
are they not selective with the guys that they fuck quickly?
They are, but it's it's mostly on like superficial things like, height, looks, status, like that. Yeah.
So what about the guys? What about the guys who don't have the height and the looks and the status, and they out here fucking like crazy?
They're more than likely they're tricking or utilizing a social circle.
And so this is what I'm saying. Where are you getting this information? See, this is what no. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand, right? This is the problem with a lot of guys. And this is just, I want you to hear me very clearly, right? The reason why you think this way, and it's not, listen, it's understandable. I'm telling you, I understand why you think this way. The reason why you think this way is because you're on one side of the fence. You understand what I'm saying? So what does that mean? That means that
I'm on the trick side.
Right. So what does that mean? So what that means is that when you're on a certain side of the fence, you don't understand the other side. So what I'm saying to you is, for example, if a person was poor for like, half their life and then they became rich, they understand what it means to be rich and poor, correct?
Yes.
Right. Now, that means they have two different perspectives and they've lived two different experiences. Now, tell me about your experience of you being able to fuck hot girls that just desired your dick and you didn't pay them on a consistent basis. Tell me about that experience. You see what I'm saying? So that's my point. You don't have that experience, so therefore, you don't really understand or can speak on it. You can only speak from your level of understanding, which is the tricking. You see what I'm saying? So now you have to make sense of the other side based on your experience of being a trick. Does that make sense? So the thing is, to you, you're like, well, wait a second. These women aren't out here fucking like that. So it's probably this and probably that. No, there are things that are happening that you're not privy to because that's not your experience. You see what I'm saying? Because if you experienced fucking a bunch of women that you were attracted to without paying, you wouldn't be a trick. You understand what I'm saying? See,
hypothetically, yeah.
No, I'm telling you, you would not. You would actually be disgusted by tricking. You understand what I'm saying?
Really? How?
Because you know why? Because when you fuck a girl, okay, what's the longest a chick ever gave you head?
The longest?
Yeah.
Maybe like within the context of tricking, like 9 minutes.
9 minutes. So, okay. So you never had a chick give you head for more than 9 minutes?
Nah.
Exactly. That's my point. My point is that you've never been in a situation where a woman fucking gives you head until her lips and neck is hurting, until she's passing out. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
But that means she not that good. It's supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be that long.
No. It's not that long for you because you don't know how to hold your nut. What I'm telling you is that you haven't. This is what I'm saying. You see the perspectives. You haven't been on that other side of the spectrum. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is you're trying to understand this from the trick's perspective. You can only understand it from learning game and being able to not trick in order for you to experience a woman who desires to fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a situation where you're talking to or interacting with a chick you're not paying and she's like damn near being super aggressive with you sexually. Like she's trying to grab your dick, rip your shirt off, unbutton your pants. Like you never had that happen? See, that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Look at all these things. So you never had a situation where you were out in public and a woman wanted to take your dick out your pants and suck your dick in public? See? That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is a side of the game you don't even know what's happening. Do you see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that, see, the tricking, right, is going to cloud you from ever understanding that side of the game. You see what I mean? It's really that simple. So it sounds crazy to you, I'm sure, because you have never been in a situation where a woman desired you that much to where she wanted to do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Out in public with everybody watching.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man.
So, but how does that even follow a program though? Like, so like, but because like when that happens, I'm assuming in that particular situation, the man had to run game or have game and approach her, right? And he had to have a program for her to follow. So why would she want to do that, or like suck his seed out in public?
Yeah, because he allowed it, and she desired it that much. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
So you're saying a man would have a program to have a woman dome him off in public?
Yeah, if that's what he wants. He may want a woman who desires him that much to do some type of shit like that. So what I'm saying is he's allowing her to do it. The point is that she desires him that much to want to do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's so what I'm saying is this, and Colin, this is what I want you to really.
So a program is basically whatever the man wants to do, right?
Yes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And so
why can't tricking be a part of the program?
Because tricking is not part of the program because you don't want to trick. Tricking can only be part of the program if you get off on tricking, and that's what you actually want to do. Most guys are tricking because they want to have sex for free and they can't.
No, not necessarily. Some guys trick because, it saves time. That's the main thing. And
no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The point is, that's what I'm saying. You think it saves time because you think it takes a long time to get that thing you want, which means this is not on your terms. You're doing it as a result of not being able to get it how you want it. That's what I'm trying to say. You see what I'm saying? So you're like, oh, it's going to take me longer to not trick. So if I trick, I can get it now, which means that you think, right, that you can't get it quickly without tricking.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that a guy's program, or if a guy tricks and that's part of his program, that would actually need to be something that he does because he likes doing that particular thing. Because let's say, for example, he gets off on it, like that's like a kink for him or some shit. Like he's like, oh, I get so hard when I pay a girl $20 to suck my dick or some shit. That's different. But what most tricks do is that they trick because they can't get it for free. Because if the girl would have gave it to them for free, they keep the money in the pocket. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
I see.
You see what I mean?
So with having game and like getting it for free quickly, how quickly are you talking about?
It could be quick, like 5 minutes. It could be quick, like I just met you and you're coming back home with me. Like, for example, I was at a meetup event years ago. I was leaving the event because I was like, this shit whack, right? So I went in there. I was probably there for like 15 minutes. As I'm walking out, a girl is walking in, right? She's still standing by the door. And I say, hey, what's up? And we start talking at the door. She hasn't even walked in yet, right? I spoke to this woman for maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, right? And then she says to me, hey, do you want to get out of here and like go somewhere else, right? I said, cool, let's go back to your place. Where you at? And then we went back and we fucked. And I only know this girl for like 2 minutes. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, right. So what I'm saying is that, and also too, what you got to understand, and I'll give you guys a little tip, pause, right? if you guys go to badboymembership.com, real quick, let me show you guys, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com, go to there and get up on there, right? So the easiest way, for example, I have programs about how to get girls online and just hook up with them quickly. See, the reason why I'm able to get girls online and hook up with them quickly is because on the Bad Boy membership, I have a program called How to Take Pictures That'll Get You Laid on Online Dating Apps, right? And so what I talk about is the player/fuckboy profile. And in that profile, you have pictures and bio that basically show that you have sex appeal. So what happens is that when women swipe on me, right, and we match, right, in my bio, it mentions something about sex. And then so what happens is that when a woman responds to swiping right on me and matching with me, right, she's basically responding to me under that premise. Meaning, remember, she's reading my bio and looking at my pictures. So if she responds to me, then that means she's responding to me under that premise. So now when I say, hey, come through, right, it's easy to make it happen because she's responding under that premise. You understand what I'm saying? So if I have a store or a restaurant and I'm like, hey, I sell hot dogs, and somebody comes in and they're like, oh, I'm hungry. What, can I get something? I understand they're there for some fucking hot dogs, right? Because they came in under the premise of this is a hot dog stand or hot dog store. So if I'm already putting out that I am interested in casual sex situations and my pictures look like the type of guy that does this and it matches my bio and it matches the way I message the women, what do you think's going to happen when she comes through or I meet up with her? Sex. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that when you have game, you understand the strategy to get exactly what you want, right? What happens is when you're tricking, what you're doing is that you're trying to use a shortcut. But the ironic part is that you can never use a shortcut because what happens is when you trick, you're never getting a woman who desires you sexually. So you will never get the type of sex, you will never get the type of interaction, and you will never get the type of experience of a woman who actually desires you. Does that make sense?
Maybe. So what you're saying is that like a service provider, she can never be sexually attracted to when any guy that's paying her?
No, impossible. Because what happens is that the fact you're paying her is the reason why you're not attractive. You understand what I'm saying?
So service providers just find just the fact of any guy giving them money for sex as, no matter how he looks, no matter his personality.
Matter of fact, if you look good, that makes it even worse. Because what is she gonna think? Why is this good-looking guy paying me for sex? Can he get some pussy? What's wrong with this nigga? You see how that works?
But then again, it's like maybe because he just values his time.
No, but if
more than like a couple dollars.
No, but this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you don't understand the perception. What I'm saying is that she's looking at him like, why does this good-looking guy who can attract women with how he looks physically, right? What is wrong with him where he can't get sex? You understand what I'm saying? So already off the rip, she's looking at him like this nigga's a fool. He's a weirdo. There's something wrong with him. I'm not attracted to him. What I'm saying is that the action within itself negates any type of sexual attraction. You understand what I'm saying? Part of what makes the woman sexually attracted to you is your behavior. So part of what's going on is that your behavior is of a guy who doesn't have game. So if your behavior is of a guy who doesn't have game, then you are not attractive. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you guys got to understand, it's all connected. The fact when you approach a girl, talk to her, you got the confidence to say what you need to say to make something happen. Part of that whole situation is part of the turn on. So if you approach a woman in the street and you're smooth, charismatic, confident, interesting, you know what she's going to do? She's going to call up her girlfriends. Hey girl, oh my God, you're not going to believe I ran into this guy. Oh, he was so this, he was so, she's going to tell her girlfriends about you and she's thinking about you the whole week. You understand what I'm saying? And that's because everything that you did in the situation is attractive. But now flip it. You're the type of guy, oh, I can't get no pussy, so I got to pay you for it. You see what I'm saying? And she's like, well, damn, niggas is really paying me for box? Like, is it that serious? Like, is pussy that serious to you guys that you can't just get this shit? Like, man, you must be some type of loser for this to go down. And it doesn't matter how he looks because, again, she's going to be like, damn, the fact that he's paying me, right? she's not going to be sexually attracted because part of the sexual appeal is she needs to desire you. And if she desired you, you wouldn't be paying. Does that make sense? So you can't have one without the other. If she desires you, you wouldn't be paying. You're paying, so ain't no way she could desire you. Does that make sense?
Not necessarily, because like if she's trying to make money and she decides, okay, I'm going to make money by selling box, and then she doesn't know like who her tricks are going to be, and then she finds a trick that she finds physically attractive.
Okay, so wait, does physical attraction equal sexual attraction?
It can.
Right, but there are times where it doesn't. And part of where it doesn't is because of behavior. So your behavior is a trick. You are paying for pussy. So that is an unattractive behavior. Does that make sense?
Right, but she's there. No, but she's selling it though.
Right. It doesn't matter that she's selling it. What I'm saying is you're buying it. You understand what I'm saying?
Like, so let's say if a trick offers a woman who doesn't sell it, she might get offended, and that can see that turning off. But if a woman who's selling it, like, hey, come through, like, hey, pay the trick tab. And
bro, you're not. But this way you're not getting. This way you're not getting. What makes a woman desire having sex with a guy? Is it her desiring to give him pussy, or is it her desiring to get his dick? Which one?
Both.
No, it's her desiring to get his dick. You see what I'm saying? A woman is not like, oh my God, I can't wait for him to get. No, she's like, I want this dick. That's why she's grabbing the guy's dick, unbuckling his pants, and trying to put the cock in her mouth. She wants his dick. You understand what I'm saying? She's there for his dick.
But where's she gonna put it?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. She's gonna get pleasure from his dick. So she wants him to give her pleasure with his dick. So she's desiring the dick. So what I'm saying is that if you're paying for the pussy, you're the one desiring the pussy. So if you're desiring the pussy enough to pay for it, why would she be sexually attracted to you? You understand what I'm saying? Your dick is not desirable. That's why you gotta pay. Does that make sense?
But if she's physically attracted to the trick,
bro, I mean, she can't. Bro, it doesn't matter. It cancels out. That's what you don't understand. She can see a guy and be like, oh, he's handsome. And then she's gonna be like, wait a second, he's paying me. The fact that he's paying her cancels out him being desirable. Do you not understand that? And what I'm saying is the better looking he is, the worse it is. You're not getting this.
No, but here's the thing though. Now let's say, okay, usually I charge this much, but because I am physically attracted to you, I'm gonna do it at a discount. And it's like, hey, you know,
come on,
she can enjoy it too, right?
Come on, fam.
Right? It doesn't cancel out necessarily. Like, so you never experienced that?
Never experienced what?
So, because I've seen, you know, I've been watching your show for a while, and you said that, you know, you used to every once in a while, you know, you tricked a couple times, right?
No, I didn't. When the fuck I said I tricked a couple times? What the fuck? What are you talking about?
No, you said that you've done it. You went overseas and you tricked, right?
No, I paid a girl after she had sex with me to take a cab. that's the most that I did. But I wasn't out here tricking. Now you could say that's tricking. No, that's what I'm saying. Like what I'm saying is that I'm not paying for the pussy because I understand how much women want my dick. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would I pay for pussy when she wants the dick so bad? It doesn't even make any sense. She wants my dick more than I want her pussy. Why would I be paying her? This is what I'm saying. That's the part you're not getting. You guys got to understand that the fact that you are paying means that you are not sexually attractive to the woman based just on that behavior. It's that simple, caller. But listen, I gotta head out in a second, man. But listen, man, I appreciate you calling in. It's always a good time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'll holler at you, man. All right, be safe, be safe. Mm-hmm. All right. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it, man. That is pretty much it. Oh, let me go through these questions really quick, and then we're gonna wrap it up. You said, what exactly does it mean to value self? Well, what it means is to see yourself as somebody, some person, some entity who is giving value to other people in other situations and other things. So what happens is that you are of use. You have a purpose. There's a reason why you're here. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the thing that a person can be confident about, is the fact that they know that they are valued because they're valuable, and you wouldn't be here if you wasn't. The problem is that most people, you know, they've been tricked and taught into thinking that, you know, it's something different and that they're not valuable. You understand what I'm saying? You said, I heard recently that some dating coach would be with a woman who didn't view him the same way he viewed himself. Not knowing if I am stupid, but that sounds like an ego trip. What is your view? So he said dating coach wouldn't be with a woman who didn't view him the same way he viewed himself. I'm what? Hold on. So you say wouldn't be with a woman who didn't view him. Okay, so you say not knowing. Well, the thing is, you only want to be with women who view you how you view yourself. All right, real quick, last call, because I see 646 was trying to call in the last time. All right, 646 was popping. Who this? 646? 646? 646 going once? 646 going twice? All right, that's it. I'm killing the phone lines. All right. Hold on, let me see what other. The phone lines are killed, people, so you gotta call in for the next show. Let me see what the other joints is saying. So I'm gonna have to call in for this, but is there a such thing as a power couple, or does that term assume that both of you are partners? Context is they own. See, that power couple shit is you know, that's that internet feminine type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's that beta male / female type of shit, trying to be a power couple and all that nonsense. If I didn't vet a woman before I made her my girlfriend, would you say to a degree that I was simping or tricking to get her? Well, it's simping. I mean, you could be tricking depending on what you're doing specifically, but it's definitely simping. So what percentage of women do you think settle? Like 90-some%. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, a woman has to have game in order to not settle. You understand? But most women don't have game, so it just is what it is. So, Locario, you think it's possible for a man to be in love and still not move through his emotions, or more likely than not, it will lead to the downfall of the relationship, since love is an emotion? Well, the thing is, loving your girl is great. Being in love, that's a whole different story. Because when you're in love, you're not thinking rationally. You're all emotional, and you're not able to make sound decisions. You understand? Because you can love your girl and still know you might have to charge it to the game because some bullshit is happening. But if you're in love, you're going to keep her around even though you know you should charge it to the game. You see what I'm saying? You said, so running game isn't a component of having game? Nope, not at all. So running game, again, is you trying to push through resistance, trying to force a situation in order for you to get a certain outcome. And that's stemming from you having a scarcity mindset. You understand what I'm saying? When you have game, you don't have to do all that. This is why people they really don't get this, because it sounds very simple. It's like, look, you trying to tell me you could just go up to a girl, have a conversation with her, let her know what you want, and then be able to like set things up. And yes, you understand what I'm saying? Yes, that's what you can do. All right, let me see. Let me try to get 646 on here in the speaker. Yo, who this?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Sean. Hey, yo, listen, I disagree with what you just said. Can I just give I send Miles a donation? I'll call you right back, or you gotta leave.
Nah, I'm about to leave. So you gotta call in on the next show. I'm about to wrap this shit up.
You gonna be on tomorrow, Sean?
What's today? Wednesday. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow, so call in tomorrow.
Yeah, yo, don't be late, Sean. Don't be late. I'm out, Sean.
This nigga. This nigga. Anyway, so let me see. It says, I like helping out old people. Is that considered valuable? Yes, because you're bringing value to those old people. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. But guys, that's pretty much it, man. We about to wrap this shit up. Make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com. Make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com. Make sure you guys join the memberships. You know what I'm saying?
Just
do that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Don't let your dreams be dreams. You feel what I'm saying?
Yesterday
you said tomorrow.
So just do it.
All right. So make sure you guys do that. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. And I will holler at y'all later. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm going. Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below. Click the link below or go straight to MrLocario.com to get the documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game.
Because Locario, in my opinion, it's the best dating coach on YouTube or whatever the fuck. Everything he says, ambulance. Everything he says, I have nothing against him. I have no contradiction. Everything he says, I say, yeah, it's this